You know what? My videos on the series Vibe Code to me, they're not great. And I know this video's title is a little bit clickbaity, but I want to go through a few things. First, I want to show you and why I think these videos are bad if you plan to watch them as a regular other video. And then I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing these videos the way I'm doing, and then I'm gonna tell you what's next. And honestly, I hope that I can finish this series. I can't stand it anymore. I've put so many hours into these videos. And these coding agents are like the new JS web frameworks. There's a new one every day, and then there are like new things coming out for the existing ones all the time. So it's kind of like hard to keep up with them. So yeah, let's go into why I think these videos suck and how to make the best out of that. So here are all the videos that I recorded on this series. And it's been a lot already. I'm on video 18 and I hope to get to video 20 by this weekend. I was a little bit burnt out last week, so that's why I didn't record any video. I needed some rest. But yeah, this weekend I'm going to record a little bit more. I've been trying to do 2 videos every week. And as you can see, they are really, really long. Like 2 hours and a half, 2 hours and 40 minutes, 2 hours and 45 minutes. There's a few exceptions which are honestly the ones that I didn't enjoy, that I thought the experience was so subpar that it was not even worth my time and your time to be spending the 2 something hours on these videos. That was Grok CLI and Ailer. And so yeah, so these are like really, really long videos, and I don't think people should be watching them from beginning to end like you watch a normal YouTube video. Like if there's a YouTube video like between 10 to 1 hour, I think it's fair that you watch that. I watch a lot of these long videos and I like them. But 3 hours of video, that's too much. And I know that some people told me I was in an event here in Porto 2 weeks ago, and when I was saying, hey, by the way, I have a YouTube channel, maybe you should check that out, the first reaction that people got, and that was my first time asking someone to check my YouTube channel, was someone that I didn't knew, and I was watching them open it like in person. That was an interesting experience. And then their first reaction was like, oh my god, there's like 3 hour long videos, and these are the most of like almost all my videos of my channel are from here. And the reason is I started doing all the types of videos, and then I wanted to do this where I would review all these coding agents, but I wanted to have proof that I've actually went through all of that. And that's why I'm posting all these videos. So this serves for me 2 purposes. So one is to have an actual log of my raw experience trying out that thing. I even hold back on using some of these tools, so this could be my honest first impressions. For example, I've been wanting to test Cloud Code for a long time, and I decided to wait until I actually went through that. Now Cloud Code is the one that I've been using on my day-to-day job. So yeah, so these are really long videos, and I don't expect you to watch that. But the reason was to have this log, and it helped me become consistent with YouTube. One thing that I realized, and I was thinking about it when I think about like the big YouTubers that I have in my mind, like MKBHD and other ones, and I looked back at their video history. Like if you go watch the first MKBHD video, it's like really, really simple. But when you look at it, he was posting every single day almost. And I realized that if I wanted to succeed on YouTube, I needed to have 2 things: volume and consistency. So I felt like I needed something that was an easy enough project in terms of like not having to think too much about what the next video is going to be about, so I could just go ahead and record it and go with that. So yeah, so the reason was having a log of all the things that I tested, and having something that I could just jump in the weekend, record something and release. So keep me consistent and produce a lot of videos and start a discussion, maybe a community. There's I already got a few people commenting that from all over the place, and also even got a hater. So I think that accomplished my mission. But I want to talk about you, like what you can take out of my videos and how you can take the best out of these videos without wasting too much of your time. So one thing that I've realized after recording a few videos is that I need to help you save time on this video. So what I start doing is that I start adding the times here for all my videos. So I have introduction, project setup, vibe coding, and then the last one. So yeah, I've been trying to do that on all my videos. If you go to the last one that I published, you also have that. So this is a really long video, and you can see actually this one, there's a lot of project setup, and then this is like the 2-hour vibe coding session. So what I think you should do is, if you want to see about one of these, if you want to check one of these tools, you come to this playlist and you see which video you want to see. Also, there is this other link, which maybe I should put here in this playlist description. But I've been keeping this gist where I have, the links to the YouTube videos, but also to the GitHub repositories with the code that it was generated in the end. So yeah, this can be a useful index for you as well. And then I recommend that you just come here, and honestly, I think introduction is a good thing to get started. And then I think the second most valuable thing is the final state. My closing thoughts, what I thought about it. Yeah. So you watch, introduction and this thing. If you want a little bit extra context, I think installation mostly, and sometimes project setup can give you an idea of how this tool, behaves without having to watch me go through the whole 2 hours. And then if you want, you just watch, I think if you want to watch the vibe coding session, I think the first few minutes are probably where most of the value is, because in the beginning I'm learning to use the tool, so you can see what are the quirks that I find and whatnot. After a few minutes, I'm already tired. After 1 hour, the second hour I'm just like exhausted, and then I'm really vibe coding, which is something I don't recommend you doing in something other than a personal project. And by vibe coding, I mean like just accepting YOLOing it, which in my day-to-day job I try to more pair program with the agent. And this is actually one interesting thing, because when you pair program with another human, you are probably both on the same speed. So I think it's as exhausting as programming normally, with a little bit of extra overhead of the social interaction. But when you pair program with an AI, I think it's so exhausting, because the AI is so fast. So you're always like being the bottleneck, and then there's this pressure like, oh, this is what I've done. And then if you accept edit it automatically, and then sometimes I do that, I just accept edit, and I just keep looking at the diff of what is being generated. And then sometimes I realize it's going in a weird direction, and I have like to stop and steer it, and like, is this, oh my God, I have to press ask and cancel it. And then it's a little bit like, it makes me exhausted. So what I'm saying is, like, after a few 40-minute session, I'm already exhausted. So honestly, if you come here, you can probably see in my face that I'm probably, oh, look at me, I'm already like sitting back, and I'm like, oh, I'm just vibing now. Like in the end, I'm just like going with the flow instead of like being actually thinking about things and looking at the prompts. So yeah, so summing up, introduction and closing thoughts give you the gist of what the tool is and what are my thoughts on it. The installation, first impressions, and project setup. These chapters, they will vary a little bit between some of these videos, but these have like kind of like a tutorial on how you can set things up. And also normally I'm playing around with the UI for the first time, are really good. And then if you still have more time and still want to know more, I think the vibe coding part, the first 10 to 30 minutes, I think are also valuable, because this is when I start like, sending prompts, seeing how it responds, probably stopping it and then interrupting, reviewing the changes. So this gives you a good idea of how it is to vibe code with that. All right, so I want to go through then what is next for this channel. I think this video was a little bit like introspective, but also retrospective. So I want to share what I'm thinking of the next videos that I want to do in this channel. So yeah, so what is next for this channel? So I think the first goal that I have that I'm honestly really craving for is to wrap up this Vibe Code With Me series. I might not do all of this. I definitely want to do Kilocode, Rootcode, Klein, and Codogen. These are like plugins that I have for VS Code. Some of them also work in JetBrains. I'm going to just review all of them in VS Code. And I also want to review Trey. Again, I don't know how to pronounce that. I started doing that because someone asked me my opinion on Try Solo. So I subscribed for that, and I've been paying because you need to pay to get into the waitlist for the solo thing. But I still haven't got access. So what I'm doing is I'm waiting to see if they get me on the waitlist, and then I do the video including that. If I finish all of these 4 and I don't have access to the solo mode here, I would just review as it is. I already started the video, so the video will include myself a few weeks ago and then myself in the future. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through Code Companion. I think I might add other NeoVim plugins. I'm a NeoVim user, although recently I've been using a lot of Zed, so I might migrate away from NeoVim. But yeah, I will do a Code Companion and maybe other coding agents that are embedded in NeoVim. So I might do that, a review on that. And I don't think I would do SuperMaven. I think SuperMaven, I don't think for coding agent, they have like a chat mode if I recall correctly, but yeah. So point is, I want to wrap this up. So this would be around 6, maybe 7 other videos. So this is what I'm really aiming for. I think I will try to do a little bit more this next week. Yeah, let's see if I can finish that. So after I finish that, what I want to do, I want to summarize my experiences with these coding agents. So first, I want to release a video kind of like clickbaity. What is the best coding agent? Which is going to be the review of all of like the summary of all of these 20 something videos that I've put. Countless hours. So instead of having to watch like if it's 20, we're talking about like 60 hours of content. Instead of watching 60 hours of content, you can watch something like a 40-minute video, maybe 30-minute video. I don't know. So just a summary of what I think is good for which type of people. And maybe also gonna kind of glance over what changed since I started doing. So yeah, just a summary video of all these coding agents. But then I also want to do another types of summaries for specific people. So some of these coding agents, a lot of these coding agents, they're now trying to be present in multiple different environments. Some of them are on CLI, and I think some of the best ones are the ones on the CLI. But then we have something also in some like integrated to VS Code, to JetBrains, whatever. So I want to do what I think is the best coding agent for VS Code users and give a summary of all these things that have a VS Code extension. And what are the best one for JetBrains users and also for NeoVim. So I want to do that. So this is going to be the 4 videos that are going to come after I finish this series. And then I also plan, after I'm wrapping up with that, I plan on releasing more AI related content. So I want to go then from using coding agents to how to code your agents. So instead of coding agents, it's coding agents. So yeah, I think that's going to be interesting. It might be a series because I want to review some of the frameworks for different languages. There are also some like low code things like N8N that you can do agents. So I want to play around and record videos of myself doing some coding, doing some agents, coding some agents. I also want to write about how you can connect your application to AIs. So that's how to write MCP servers. I'm going to review a few tools that are available in a few different languages. So that might be a series like how to write an MCP server in Go, how to write an MCP server in Python using, I don't know if you're using FastAPI. I think there's FastMCP, which might be interesting for you, whatever. I don't know yet. I know how to do that in Go. I've played around with that and also played around with some stuff in Elixir. But yeah, I want to write about how to write your own MCP server. So I think these are the two interesting things of, programming for AI. And I also do want to do a video that's going to be kind of similar to the first video on this channel where I reviewed all these web-based agents like Lovable and whatnot. But I want to look now at the background coding agents, so it's more similar to the agents that I've been reviewing in the Vibe Code With Me series. But I'm going to do a different methodology. I'm going to have one single repository with one single task. I'm going to a few different tasks with different varying complexities, and I'm going to ask each one of these tools to implement something for me. So I'm just, because it's more like fire and forget, I'm gonna do that and then come back and see and review the results. So it's gonna be an interesting video, slightly different thing. And I'm also planning some other fun stuff that have nothing to do with AI. So there is a product that I'm creating. I hope that I can have a demo beginning of next year. So yeah, hope I will demo the product here. Might have something related with AI, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much, but it's not about the AI that it's about the product that I'm gonna present. I also have this IoT kind of like project with maybe 3D printing. I need to do some maintenance on that 3D printer over there and start doing some projects again. And I also, some people ask like the tools that I use to record this video. So maybe I'm gonna do a video, like a meta video about how I record these videos for YouTube. And what else you want to see? I would really appreciate if you want me to talk about something that you have in your mind. Leave a comment down below. And I just want to thank you everybody that have been commenting. It's been an interesting journey. I know I only have 250 subscribers, but it's wild to see some comments from people all over the world. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And if you want to see all of these videos, remember to subscribe so you get notified about the videos when they come out. Thank you so much, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.